Play us in. Ossie's going to like this one. Tell you what, hitting the Las Vegas Strip like a tsunami. The man himself, it's Big John, and he's been welcomed to Vegas as well, as Terry Woodfine has sent me in this video to prove it.
Some people have to sing, have to be boxers, have to be athletes, comedians to get their name up in lights in Vegas. All I have to do is eat Chinese and say bosh. Bosh.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ almighty. I tell you what, right? See if you had scraped your few shillings together to go to Vegas, like for a big fight or something, or a fucking concert, and you had your few quid together, and you're gone through security, and you're doing all the fucking the visas to get into the States, and then you just get on the plane, and he's in front of you, like you'd be just like, oh fucking hell, please God, just get this fucking plane down in Vegas for you, like.
Can you imagine getting stuck in the fucking middle seat with him next to you? By the way, for 7 hours. Or however long it is to Vegas, 9 hours, whatever it is. Holy shit, man.
You wouldn't stand a chance, would you?
Oh, mate.
You would
imagine
not
the smell.
stand
Imagine the smell of it, like fresh and old and rotten Chinese, or t-shirt will have more food in the fucking menu. Oh, just be an awful experience, man. You'd be begging for ISIS to take over the plane just to end it right there.
I'd be looking for the ejector button anyway, straight away, like James Bond, man, trying to fucking shoot myself out of the plane, no doubt about it. Jumping out like Arnie in Commando, out straight out the fucking plane, no chance. I hate the way he's fucking said that as well. So people need to be athletes. I just need to eat a fucking, yeah, I know, yeah. He fucking Vegas, fucking hell, man. That is fucking disgusting.
I actually think Rob dislikes Big John more than I do. I actually think, Rob, I reckon, has got like a dartboard at home, and he's just got pictures of Big John, just chucking darts at it and things like that. I think
it's an inflatable dartboard.
Is it you? I think it's your dream, Rob, though, isn't it, to go on Big John's channel and have a sit-down Chinese and talk about, your music career and things like that. Imagine you could 100%. Eat chicken wings, curry sauce.
I'd change my tune for the exposure. I'd be all over. I'd be, big mates with Big John, boss. Bring him down to Tegs and Wakes for the fucking retirement money for Alice. In you get.
Honestly, it's just entertaining.
It's okay, Rob. Remember, you've toured with the Wu-Tang Clan. He's touring with the Lo Mein Clan, so it's a kind of a different story.
The Chow Mein Clan. Chow Mein got fucking.
Well, it's safe to say from that stone and a half that he lost from where he kept saying that he was in credit. There's not a fucking chance he'll be in credit by the time he gets back from America, is there?
That's like when your credit runs out on your phone. The fucking.
Can you imagine? See some of the fucking diners right there. It's all you can eat. Imagine it, man. You'll never get. If you fucking put vastly on and get him out the door.
Honestly,
he had to pay for 2 seats to get there, to get here. Yeah. He's going to pay for 3 to get back.
No,
it's just on overtime. Fuck's sake.
You'll need to hire a C-130 to get back, Matty.
Stop being such fucking vicious trolls and haters, lads. Will you? Vile trolls and haters online. Fuck's sake.
You'll have all the people that made money off of him eating here, fucking chasing down the plane, trying to go with him, looking like fucking the plane leaving Kabul.
Yeah.
Fucking bash.
See him sitting in the swimming pool.
You got to ask, so how the hell does he end up in Vegas anyway? Who's paying to watch him? Who's paying for the venue?
Honestly, are we just underestimating actually how big this guy is? And by big, I do not mean size, because that is evident. But in terms of like profile, like he went to Vegas and on a fucking board was there saying something, "Welcome, Big John," and he literally is, when you break it down, and Big John summarized it. He just eats Chinese. Why? Imagine, you get the big hitters going over to Vegas, and you can see why they make a big song and dance about him going there. He is literally a large man who eats food on camera and says, "Bosh, bosh, bosh." And he's getting fucking welcome messages in Vegas.
It's so true, man. You've got Elton John with his fucking permanent residence in fucking Vegas. Yeah. He's got his permanent slot, and fucking here comes big fucking John with his plate
man.
of Chinese.
Bar.
When I
back
was over in
back.
Vegas, fucking Rod Stewart had a residency over there. Imagine I touched down and I looked up and seen that off the fucking oh, for fuck's sake, man. Big John. See him in the I used to, like I said, I feel a degree of sympathy for him because I used to think like, would the family not like fucking get in his ear and say, Dad, come on, like, you know, or fucking husband, come on. But I started to think now the missus is just like, yeah, get another one, man. Fucking you might as well have another one.
All right then. Right, back to Bellew of the Week. A fitting internet connection for Bellew of the Week reminds us of times gone by. We've gone back about 8 or 9 years of that connection, Matty. Back to the early days. Might as well have had Hater Dave and the Guru on the call.
The fucking dialogue.
Oh, there's some rough times. Those were. I was glad that we didn't go live at those times there, Steve. And we went ahead and we edited and things like that because there was moments where it was just impossible, and you just sit there and they just wouldn't shut the fuck up, and it would go on for minutes at a time. You'd be trying to get through to them. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, and they just keep going and going and going. And sometimes it was Donnie, so it was painful.
Sometimes it was Donnie. Sometimes, yeah, good. Fuck you, man.
Oh man, those were the days. Good old Donna.
It's like Donnie was driving, but then he was behind the wheel.
Yeah, this was pre-burrito in the drive-through days. Captain Casual, goddamn man.
What's going on now? Let's have a look. I'm furiously going back and forward with friend of the pod Ben Fuki to try and see what's happening here, but I think the internet's dead, unfortunately. For fuck's sake, I have another tenner to upgrade from a 56k modem. Woo! Hold on, I'm on fibrous broadband now. 50 quid a month. If my internet goes, I'm smashing my head through the screen, Matty.
Yeah, you're good. That was all the internet on Rob's end over there, wherever he was coming from. But Captain Casual, if you're not part of the Patreon yet, I don't know what your handle is. If you're in there, you need to just join in with the Patreon with that. You could give us £10 a month and be in there. We'd gladly, that'd be great. I'm starting to think Steve needs to set a floor for his bandwidth issues that he's having. But you know, it's anybody that kicks in here. If you're not in the Patreon, come in here and you can give us, you know, the £5 a month, and that'd be fantastic. And we'd really appreciate that. And Steve tries to reinvest and keep improving the product. And it's a great community. We talk about boxing and food and wine and culture. We're an incredible bunch. We love foxes and fireplaces in there. It's a hell of a good time.
Yeah, shout out to Captain Casual there for throwing in the tenner. Mark Stanton says, Steve, what happened to the VPN sponsorship? Well, after ignoring them for many years, I responded and said, yes, we'll be interested in talking to you. And they haven't got back to me since. So the VPN were catfishing me, I think. No VPN sponsorship, unfortunately. So fuck the VPNs. Unless they want to reply to us during the week. And in fact, we're welcome to have the VPN on board.
If you want to sponsor us, I say praise be to our VPN overlords.
I'm not very good at this business world, Matty, but yeah, the VPNs have ghosted me, unfortunately, so nothing's happening at the moment, Mark.
No, you handle the technical stuff, and I'll sell our soul for nickels. That's okay. What I'll do.
Fair enough. Well, let's get back onto the Bellew of the Week, for goodness sake. First nomination here. Edwards meets Campos in world title triple header in London. Sounds exciting there, Matty, but it turns out it's more your kind of exciting. We've got Sonny Edwards against Andreas Campos. That's one of the world title triple header. And the rest are Nina Hughes against Shannon Courtney and Shanika Johnson against Ellie Scottney. Any value here, Matty?
I think Shanika.
Aussie's looking forward to that.
I think Shanika Johnson is coming in an underdog in that fight probably, and that's a tough chick, man. She I'm trying to remember some of the fights that she's been in recently, but that gal's gonna come to fight. She doesn't lay down, and I know this is Bellew of the Week, but I'm looking at that and I like the Shannon Courtney fight. But that Shanika Johnson Ellie Scottney fight, that actually could be a good upset in there because I do think I saw a number on that at one point, and I think Johnson is the underdog. So yeah, she's live in that one, and she comes to fight, man. That gal will wing the fucking punches.
Who's the underdog in the Shannon Courtney fight? Or sorry, the other dog.
Oh, cheeky bastard. Poor Shannon. What about Rachel Ball? Do you remember her? Or she's disappeared now?
Oh yeah, what happened to her? She got big time and she didn't want to come back on the pod after we basically made her.
She's gone.
That's what happened.
She iced us.
Oz always leaves for the Bellew. I just think that this humor just might be beneath him. He's a little posh maybe for this. This might be
I
a
think it's
little
above
blue.
him. I think it's over his head, Matty. We'll have that guy complaining in the comments again who always asks him, there's this odd fellow, and he's always like, where's Oz? Get Oz on. And I'm like, he's busy. He's not able to come on this week. Oh, where's Oz? Get Oz on. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Maybe Oz should start an OnlyFans, an Ozly fans.
For fuck's sake. This guy will be turning up at his door. Anyway, moving on to Bellew of the week. Eubank says early stoppage in the Smith fight deprived fans of a Gatti Ward-esque performance.
Oh,
Is there any point in going further? That's a fucking winner.
Fuck me, man. Fucking Eubank was cabbaged in that fucking fight, man. He's Gatti and Ward got up and fought on. Jesus.
Oh, gosh. It's the delusion, Andy. They've got to tell themselves something, haven't they? It'll be different next time.
Mate, that's it's no delusion, mate. That's brain damage. You come out with comments like that, Gard Ward-esque performance, and he's going on. There's saying. I think Roy Jones is still in the corner, but he's saying there's no towels apparently going to be in the corner. So we'll wait and see.
Throw the towel in.
What's the wait for this fight?
I don't know actually. Is it back at middle? Super middle? What was the first one? I can't even remember.
I'm sure was it like catch weight of some sort?
Oh, possibly. I don't know.
Some of the chat might tell us. What's
Yeah, can't remember. Who cares?
Yeah, true actually. 160, Chris Butler's saying.
All right, okay, fair enough. Thanks, Chris. Here's one for you, Matty. 160. They've got t-shirts on. No towels being thrown in here. The Rough and Rowdy Brawl. Country Girls Boxing. Sounds like right up your street, this, Matt.
I wish you had the video of this, Steve. I'm looking at their stance and what's going on here, and I'm like, oh, this is just going to be fucking ugly. This is trash TV.
Yeah, ugly. Trash TV. And no Sharon Courtney in sight. Talking of ugliness, Dale Hadfield is going in on Prince Patel. He says, quick boxing, you clown. And Prince Patel says, quick boxing or quit boxing? Are you Isaac Lowe's IQ's brother? And Isaac Warrior Lowe jumped in and said, you trying to sell yourself like your mum's sold he arse.
He finally got one.
Almost.
Well, you got to give him credit. He's a letter. It's a one letter. We're going to
almost got it right.
Well, it gets better. The
Oh,
beef
God.
continued. Dale Hadfield says, listen, you're talking about IQ, calling out proper fighters who fight in proper arenas. You're nearly 30 fights in and hardly left a small hall show venue. Stick in your name, your area title level at best. And Prince Patel says, well, I competed in the King Abdullah Sports City for an IBO world title on an Amir Khan undercard. In the meantime, you've been begging Isaac Lowe IQ to do a human centipede with him and Tyson. And then Isaac jumped back in and said, hang on, this is his biggest roast yet. You what are to make it bad Beth. And this not just on this. When I see you went, I get my hands on you. You never boxes again, you. And I put my hand on a Bible, that knob thing. I respect every fighter who gets in a ring, but you a kiddie shithead.
I got to hear Paris Fury's comments on that one.
Well, that told him.
That's class.
Human centipede.
Intense Beth. Is he gonna put his knob on the Bible?
It got better because someone asked AI ChatGPT to translate that into a different language, and the ChatGPT was like, "This is an unrecognized format." Like,
That's what I did to my dad's fucking Wi-Fi. I changed his fucking name on the Wi-Fi to Rocket Boss. And he's fucking antivirus picked it up and he says, Rocket Boss may be infected. Maybe untrustworthy.
If you put that in the chat GPT, it comes back, your copper is missing.
Oh my gosh, good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
put my hand on the pipe. Oh my God. What if he opens up the Bible, sticks his knob in the tweet and shuts it?
Gets his ball smashed on Corinthians. This is the family show on a Sunday evening, everybody. Let's move on swiftly, shall we? Tony
What
Bellew.
family where?
Here we are. the rimmer extraordinaire, Tony Bellew and Anthony Joshua. He changed the game like Muhammad Ali changed the game. Game changed.
Did he fuck? Would he ever fuck up on the stage? Like, I know we have Bellew of the Week and all as a homage to the days where he was actually funny, but now he's just a fucking pain in the arse. He's saying it on purpose at this stage. And he fucking spews any bullshit that comes out of his mouth to keep himself in boxing Twitter headlines because he loves the fucking limelight. The absolute dope.
Loves the limelight. There's O'May's UK at the bottom there, Matty. This waterfront.
Hold on a
property-
second. I'm just getting
Bellew and
excited.
Joshua as well, by the way.
I'm just getting
Okay.
excited at the thought of Joshua not boxing for 3 or 4 years. So
It seems like a very one-sided bromance, though, doesn't it? Like, Joshua doesn't ever really seem to put much pass on Bellew, but Bellew's up at ringside trying to fight fucking fellas on his behalf and all, and now saying that he's changed the game the same as Muhammad Ali. For fuck's sake, one of the most famous men that ever lived, that had a fucking impact on so many people's lives across the globe and changed the face of actual sport versus a fella who was fucking pumped up fighting Pulev, fucking Povetkin, Charles Martin, fucking Molina got beat by Ruiz. Could you imagine fucking Muhammad Ali getting beaten by fucking Andy Ruiz? Give me a fucking break, man. Jesus Christ.
Do me a favour. He's absolutely right, though. Especially about the Bellew thing. I've always thought that. Joshua doesn't even know his name. He never even talks to the fella. Bellew's running around the ring trying to fight for him. Anyway, we'll move on to easier things, especially this is right up your street, actually, Andy. Adrian Broner.
You were going to bring me into this.
Adrian Broner, he's put out a message. He says, for these past few days, I've been fighting against myself, and I found out how tough a task will be to beat me because I ain't going. Just got to cut off all my vices. I have quite a few, and I look at them like cancer because, one day I can cut them out, but they can always come back more effective than before. It's quite small. I'm trying to get my bit. Anyway, alcohol addiction. If they don't get what I like, then I like what they got. Well said. It sounds a bit Isaac Low, but anyway. Sexual temptation. I will fuck a pumpkin pie out of pumpkin if there was a pussy at the bottom of it. Well, that's a bit of philosophy for AB. Gambling. We can bet on anything. It's a bit like Matt, and I will be down with it no matter if it's who can spit the furthest. We can shoot craps or CeeLo and playing cards. Hell, I will bet I take more shits a day than your newborn baby because in my eyes, any bet is a great bet. Okay, that's some words of wisdom there from AB.
That's where we're different. I'm very regular at once a day.
Well, what can I say?
Sounds like me fucking.
Where you go, mate?
Sorry, I was going to say, sounds like me hyping myself up on Sunday night, like to make big changes on Monday. You know that way, but it fucking never works out. Like,
it starts Monday.
yeah, it starts Monday. Bosh.
I would figure spending time with us might inspire you to make changes in your life, Rob. But I guess I'm wrong.
I think I have Stockholm syndrome at this stage, to be honest with you.
Well, he says, I feel like this is my last chance, so fuck it. It's time to live or die with boxing. He also apologised to Don King because he didn't have to take a chance on me, especially after hearing the whole boxing world slander my name. Last but not least, I want to apologise to my fans. Without you all, Andy, this is to you, I wouldn't be who I am today. I love you all. That was quite nice at the end, wasn't it?
Aye, it's his truth though, mate. That's the main thing. But good old AB just makes me out to be the prophet that I always thought I was, mate. He's delivering in spades. Who knew that a guy who fucking rides sewer rats on fucking Twitter, sticks the video out, flushes fucking $50 bills down the toilet, rips up cash in front of people, throws it in their face, just a serial fuck up, battalion of kids to different baby mamas or everything, is all of a sudden saying he's got hard times. We've known all this. And the last thing he needs to be doing is boxing. But at the same time, it's I'm not wanting to go too hard on the guy, but okay, he's done. He's washed. That money that Eddie Hearn's offering him, he could be fucking back begging for it anytime soon, mate. But this is bad. This is really bad.
His life would have been far better off if he would have just stuck to fucking pumpkins.
He needs to get to OnlyFans now, actually.
He's already on it.
But he needs to do the hardcore stuff now, mate. That's where he's at. That's
sure
in pumpkins and OnlyFans, like your man.
Aye, exactly, mate. Aye, exactly. That's what I'm thinking about.
Music from Halloween just playing in the background. Yeah.
This is the Can Man, and today I can make a pumpkin cream pie. Are you ready?
Pumpkins, get it.
That's a horrific image, man. Sorry, Rob, go on.
No, I want. Do you know what I want for the end of the Adrian Broner story? Redemption, knocking out Conor Ben. Imagine that. That'd be so fucking funny.
Oh,
Wouldn't
class.
it? Adrian Broner
Against
turns it
drug
around,
cheat.
man. 11th round, smashes Conor
He's
Ben
never
to
failed a
bitch.
test. AB's
Yeah.
never failed a test.
Please let it happen on a fucking Jake Paul undercard.
That's not going to happen, man. I'll tell you what. Come on.
I'm telling you, stranger things have happened. I tell you, Ben
But the
needs an
thing is,
opponent
though,
in
man,
America that can be sanctioned at 147 name, and he's not going to fight anyone on PBC. So fucking Adrian Broner is the fight to make. Let's do it, AB.
but he's unreliable. He's pulling out. How many fights now? He's pulling out. He fights like he's pulling out slags. You know, it's
Well, I think he pulls out more of the fights, to be honest with you. His box rec would suggest he pulls out more fights.
Well, to be fair, his fight in February was doomed as soon as they added Mickey Bay versus Tevin Farmer to the undercard.
No,
but he's been Don
Like
King now,
cooler.
so that's going to be even worse. That's where fucking careers go to die, man.
wait till
Maybe
King doesn't pay him. It'll be epic banter.
He'll end up fighting Isaac Makabu.
Isaac Lowe.
Oh, he'll be back asking Uncle Al for a handout.
Might well be. Oscar's been out in force. He's Oscar on Ryan's loss. They have a good plan to get Ryan back to the top. You learn from your mistakes. That's what boxing is all about. Sounds like Garcia's on board. He says, I haven't talked to anyone regarding how I'm going to move forward. I'm taking time to think about a lot of things. I wanted to make that very clear. That's Oscar told.
Is Oscar getting thrown in the mix here because he said he didn't turn up to the press conference because he was getting death threats?
Yeah, I seen that.
Did he?
Yeah. I had very credible death threats, so I left the arena immediately. Oscar did have some shit with the cartels before, didn't they kidnap someone belonged to him or something years ago? So maybe he's still a legitimate threat. I doubt it though. Maybe the fashion police are wanting to come arrest him for his fucking sheath vest or whatever he had on at the weigh-in.
Yeah, Thomas Newman throwing one in. He says it'll be a Cordina versus Tevin Farmer, Conor Ben versus Broner double header.
I'm there for it.
Oh my god!
Bring back Tevin Farmer, yeah.
Tevin Farmer. Jesus Christ.
That's fucking terrible.
Cordina versus John O'Carroll.
You often wonder why Tevin Farmer passed the medical sometimes.
Imagine if Cordina caught him one of the shots he caught Agoa with. He'd be seen straight for a week.
Exactly. He knocked his eye straight.
Sorry, Tevin. That's terrible. What a bastard. Well, it's me.
If he gets caught over the eye, the ref might wave off the fight because the blood will be running down his back.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's what you get for mentioning fucking Tevin Farmer. Jesus Christ.
Right, back to the serious stuff. Joe Calzaghe's Model X faces jail for smuggling £5 million to Dubai in her business class luggage as part of a £104 million cash smuggling ring. $5 million off to Dubai. I wonder where that was. Going to. It's a bit.
I've never seen this actually. What's the story here?
Joe
I remember her
Calzaghe's
actually.
X, yeah. She was smuggling cash to Dubai. Maybe there was someone waiting there for the dirty money. It was in the luggage there. Calzaghe dated her for 6 years before they split up. So there you go. She's obviously hit on hard times.
She was the one that said he used to fucking look in the mirror, kiss his muscles, and say, "I don't need you anymore." After he fucking spot in America. 50-year-old Calzaghe there. No good.
Aye, Ben Russell says, "Can you believe it?" That's exactly what the lines I was thinking along as well.
Big bunch of lads.
Great bunch of lads. Talking great bunch of lads, Carl Frotch has stepped up. He says to Ryan Garcia, stand up, take your licks, go out on your shield. If you don't, you've quit for me. For me, Ryan Garcia quit. It's not good enough. You've got to stay in there. You've got to climb off the canvas, Matty.
Yeah.
He was a hard bastard, Frotch, for all of his fault.
That's why I'm having a hard time saying anything about this. I'm like, because he was one of the toughest sons of bitches I've seen in a ring in the last 20 years. So Carl can have that opinion. The strange bastard. It is. I will hold against him that he had a nose job, though. Like, that's why I was having a hard time recognizing him.
Well, he's busy wrecking it every time he turns up on those IFL videos, isn't he? He's doing his He's doing his best. Right, final one from me. I have a video as well, by the way. Dominic sent this in to me. Canelo versus Ryder winner to receive WBC's Puebla Jalisco belt. That looks quite nice, that, Andy, doesn't it? Looks like something you find in the charity shop.
I wouldn't get in charity shops with take the belts in, mate, to be fair. What is the state of that?
What the fuck does Pueblo Jalisco mean?
Jalisco is where Canelo's from, isn't it, I think?
States in Mexico, I'm sure. What state of that, man? It's obviously somebody doing a fucking acid trip and painted that, eh?
Oh, your kids coloured in, brings home from school.
Yeah.
Look at this.
DMT belt.
Fucking PCP belt.
Look at the big shameless face on him wheeling out another belt. Look at him. He couldn't give a fuck when he look at another belt. Fuck me.
67 views, 1 like for Jose there. And the final one here is for the Gad. Apparently he was talking to George Foreman during the week, and he was talking about the Joe Frazier fight. He puts on a little Kingston accent at the end, the Gad. Here we are.
I mean, you were literally fighting every month before you fought Joe Frazier in Kingston, Jamaica.
Jamaica man.
Fucking
You
brilliant.
dead, man. Nah,
It's like
man.
he fucking had jerk chicken for the first time in it. He's just going around like, easy road, why?
We be cool runnings.
Oh, fuck me. Brilliant. Wagwan Guard Davis.
Oh, so they done Jamaica.
You missed the part afterwards. He just started kissing his teeth and all. He's like Kingston, Jamaica.
Fucking helmet, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Oh, the guy at the fucking death, he came in with the Kingston, Jamaica. Oh, fuck. Steve, give us that again. Come on.
Yeah, hold on.
I mean, you were literally fighting every month before you fought Joe Frazier in Kingston, Jamaica.
Jamaica man. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, good stuff. That's the Gad for you, everybody. Those are all the ones I've got. Rob, have you got anything to throw in this week, please?
Nothing from me this week, Steve.
Nothing from Oz, nothing from Rob. Anything from you, Andy?
Yeah, Michael Hunter. We went off on one there last night saying Dillian White is softer than baby shite for blocking me. I'm pulling up.
He hates Dillian White, doesn't he?
She pulled it that fight. I'm pulling up to your next fight. I'm up for a bare knuckle fight when it comes to you. And he fucking then tags in that bare knuckle boxing. That's our bare knuckle FC. So he gets all that kind of like hype. Let's go, champ, and all that. So it'll be interesting to see if Michael Hunter pulls up in Dillian White his next fucking fight.
Why does everyone want to fucking fight Dillian White outside the boxing ring? You can't get a fight at all. Everyone's about to fight him outside the ring. Have a push and a pull on the cobbles with him. Flip over a table with him.
Just obviously we lost Rob Tebbett there on the call and that, but I see that they've lifted the paywall online for boxing news. So this week's editor's letter is now available to view. Interesting reading, by the way. So that actually leaves Eddie Hearn without a name. Actually, just roughly, I'm being facetious there slightly, but Eddie gets entered a little bit there. So it was lovely stuff. Good reading. Go and see that actually as well. And one for Teofimo Lopez. We never added that one in.
Oh, what a dipshit.
What a fucking helmet of a boy, by the way. Just talk about, just shut your mouth, mate. But and his dad's come out and just fucking made it worse than that as well. You know, I think they've like slagged off Bradley and Andre Ward about Dick Ryden or the motherfuckers, all that type of stuff and that. And then he's fucking then says something about black fighters, you can keep them, that type of stuff. Pardon my language, you can go suck my dick and all this sort of stuff and that. So
then his dad tried to walk it back and came out and was like, black people are very athletic. He's a fucking hanger, isn't he? Dad. Jesus Christ, he is Angel Garcia part 2, isn't he? Like them two.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Here it is here. If they want the black fighters, they can keep them. I brought Bud Light to Top Rank.
Well, And somehow you've managed to bring the black fans into the corner of the Scotsman. Well, fucking done, you idiots.
Oh, that's a good one. Every time I think I've got one for this week, you come up with another one. Sorry, Andy, any more to throw in there?
I think that's what I've got. Give me on to Matt or someone else in the room, mate, see if I can find any more. Oh, sorry, I've seen some more fallout for the zone robbery last week on the pay-per-view. People are being posting up the screenshots. This poor cunt's been charged something like, I think it was $600 or something like that, $98 at a time. He's posted up screenshots of like he's come through the Zone Limited account, Google the Zone, does fucking Skype. Honestly, God, man, and they're getting the runaround off the Zone trying to get.
Oh, the one fella, they said, sorry, you're going to have to go to Roku or something or Apple Pay and take it up with them. And he's like, what do you mean? I ordered it off you. Oh, they're class.
They're fucking fucked. What else? Just come a quick scan, mate, see if we get anything else here. I don't think so.
Some of the comments on the Gad's Jamaican accent in the chat are fucking unbelievable. Jim McDonald called him Gad Rodigan. Fucking someone else said he's going to have dreads like Diamante next week.
God is trans Jamaican. God is the Tim Westwood of boxing.
There was one. I have got one. I have got it, mate. Keep talking. Just keep going now. It was one for Chris Williamson, actually. It was a fucking brilliant one. It was related to the DAZN pay-per-view, actually.
Well, I just think related to that DAZN pay-per-view to expand on that, nomination. So we know that they fucked up and they missed out on a big chunk, Steve. But that pay-per-view did a total of 1.2 million buys. So I mean, even if they missed out on a quarter of those at the end of the day when it's all said and done, I mean that's 300 times $85. I mean that's 300,000 times $85. That's a ton of fucking money that they missed out on. Insane.
Their biggest chance to finally do something in the world of boxing after all these years and billion-dollar contracts, and they made a big balls up of it.
Well, and now what you got to think where they fucked up too. What kind of numbers are they going to be getting with the Canelo pay-per-view trying to sell that through their platform?
Which one? The Rider? Is that pay-per-view?
Of course. It's Canelo. Yeah.
Right, I found it. So Chris Williamson says the Zone runs that poor bastard account like it was Gad logged in the Ebony Bridges OnlyFans. And that's another one. There's someone has posted a video up for Ukraine yesterday. Allegedly, it was using fucking firing mortar bombs at the fucking Russians. Allegedly, I don't know if it's true or no, but I'll throw that one in there for good measure.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, Andrew. Matty, anything from you, please?
All I just saw was about that the numbers on the pay-per-view and how DAZN fucked up. That'd be my only contribution.
Only fans, only contribution from Matty. Let's go through them quickly. We had the Gad doing the Jamaican accent. We had Big John Fisher boshing it up in Las Vegas. We had Monsieur Suleiman there with his belt. Frotch talking about Garcia. Calzaghe's missus going over to Dubai. We had the Garcia Oscar De La Hoya beef. AB leaving it all out on the line. We had Bellew ring licking. We had the beef between Isaac Lowe and Prince Patel. We had the rough and rowdy brawl, country girls boxing. We also had the Eubank saying that the Liam Smith fight was an early stoppage. And we had the fake triple world title header. Who are you going for this week, Matt?
I think you have to go with the Isaac Lowe, Prince Patel back and forth. That was fucking class. My God.
Yeah, I'm tempted by that one too. Andy, who are you going for?
Yeah, some good ones this week. Like I was actually on top of the Eubank one pretty strongly because it was a clear sign of concussion or some sort of damage here, and then along comes the Gad, Jamaica man. Yeah, dad, yeah, man. So yeah, I fancy the Gad this week, but it sounds like we're picking on him a wee bit because he's prominent these last few months and that on this topic. But I think
he loves it, man. I think he loves it.
Oh, I think he does. The notorious Gad. So,
notorious GAD.
Notorious GAD, that's who I'm going with, mate.
Good stuff. Rob, who are you going for?
Yeah, it's got to be Big Shabba. They never know he was a super cow. Oh, no, you no.
Shabba ranks.
I'm going to see fucking, what you call it, next week. Fucking Gad's going to be doing Informer by Snow, isn't he? Informer. Say that a bit.
Licking some bums there and old Gad there.
Yeah. Keep boom down.
Okay. It's gonna have to be a tie, man. I agree with Matty. I'm going for Prince Patel and Isaac Lowe. So 2 for them and 2 for the Gad. It's a tie this week for episode 521. Congratulations to you two.